Levon in the fourth quarter, Sacred Heart had all the momentum, and they had the ball, they had a chance to take the lead. What was the mindset of the defense, and then getting those turnovers? How big was it first Jordan and then you with the interceptions?
It was very helpful. We just maintained our aggressiveness. We just had to get the ball back. That's what everybody was saying on the defense. We just had to get the ball back, play very aggressive, don't give up and let up anything.
What's it feel like the offense is getting all the press and all the hype, and it's the defense that comes up big in the fourth quarter for you guys?
I mean, it's cool, honestly. I have no say-so about that. I don't care about the press and the media clippings. I don't read any of that stuff, so I don't mind. As long as my team is winning, I'm supportive of everybody, defense or offense. It doesn't bother me.
But it's nice that you guys could kind of, not that you haven't been, but you could get it done in the fourth quarter and kind of prove that you guys are, just as valuable as the offense.
Yeah, it's very helpful, yeah.
How much of a load is bringing Spence down? I mean, so you guys did a good job of going for his leg. A lot of teams like to pile on him, so.
First play, man, you can see he's a big guy. We just had to take him down low. As the game went on, we just started to get more aggressive and see who could play with him. He was a great player, I'm not going to lie. He was a good player, so.
I saw him walking down the hall after his portion of the interview. I told him, don't run anyone over. So, hopefully he complied.
Did you guys think there was like the way he hold the ball? He usually doesn't fumble very much. Is that something you guys are doing today, or
just hitting them hard?
Yeah.
Just hitting them hard. Whatever chance we get an opportunity to take advantage of him and hit him aggressively, we just seize the moment and just tackle great and wrap up. Gang tackle, basically.
Michael, you guys were firing on all cylinders in the first half. Second half, things kind of slowed down a little bit. What was the reason why the offense kind of petered out a little bit and you had to rely on going to defense?
Oh, it was us. We had drops, we had penalties, we were stopping ourselves. And I think that that's something that we really need to get better on. We're not going to win next week. We can't have a great first half and a bad second half. We have to have a complete game, offensively. And, we just got to clean up those little things and we'll be okay.
Well, you seem a little frustrated there in the third and fourth quarter a couple times this series that kind of pittered out. What was that? What you were kind of mad about the drops and just kind of
it was just kind of everything. I'm not going to blame it on one or two things. Obviously emotions run high in games like this. And, obviously I got a little frustrated, but we kind of got on the sideline, got on the headsets, and cleared everything up.
Mike, can you talk about the turnover you had, the interception, and then just getting the ball right back 2 plays later?
Well, the interception actually, I was trying to throw the glove today with how cold it was and the new football. So I accidentally licked my fingers with the glove and then went to throw it and it just kind of slipped out. So that's not something I was worried about, but it was big getting the ball right back and going down and capitalizing.
Coach, aside from the two big runs that Spence had, your running defense really did a nice job keeping them under wraps. How would you assess their performance today?
No, it's tremendous. I mean, Coach Blackwell and the staff do an excellent job, game planning and putting our young men in a position to be successful. And a couple of long ones got out of there, but aside from that, I thought we did an excellent job stopping the run and front seven and really as much as we get our safeties involved in run support. Those guys are left as the last line of defense before the goal line. So those guys are do a good job, fitting runs and filling their gaps. And also a lot of credit has to go to our corners because when you're playing that many guys in the box to stop the run and you're committed to stop a great running team like Sacred Heart, those corners are out there on an island. So it was a great team defensive effort. I was very proud of our guys.
Coach, with the success your team has already had, what does it mean to have the playoff win to get this thing?
It seems like every week this season we've remarked that, this was our best win of the season, or this was something that hadn't been done in Fordham football history, and that was correct on 2 more accounts today. Our first time ever having 12 wins and our first FCS playoff win at home. So, it's a credit to these young men and their dedication, their persistence, their effort on a weekly basis to do the things that are necessary to win football games.
Mike, was this one of the more aggressive front four in the defense you've seen this year?
Yeah, I think so. That first half, they got some shots on me now. So, they were a good defensive front. Those are some very good football players. They're clearly very well coached. So, hats off to them. They played an outstanding game, and they really got some shots on me. So, really hats off to them.
How much did it help to have a couple guys you could trust, and you threw your tight end a lot, and a couple of your receivers? And because you came up with some big third down plays early on in particular. I think in one stretch you were 4 for 6. You were able to come up with some big third down plays and keep the chains moving.
Yeah, it's big having guys like that. Especially when you're getting as much pressure as we were in the first half. It's big having those guys out there that you can just trust to really just dump it off to them if you're feeling pressure. You just kind of dump it off to them and they're going to run and get the first down. So having guys out there just makes it a lot easier for me.
Carlton, as a senior, what does it mean to keep the season going, especially with this already?
It means everything, I mean, you never want it to end. I don't want it to end, so I'm sure, no senior over there in the locker room wants it to end. So, battle for another week. Looking forward to Towson, and this is just, a great way to, for all the seniors, me, myself included, to kind of go off like we have gone off, and, this being our last go-around. So, it's good. It feels good, and, hopefully, keep it going next week against Towson.
How conscious are you of the history being made here this season?
Kind of conscious, but I'm a little, kind of naive to it too as well. I mean, because I really try not to pay attention to, everything that's going on. I'm really worried about, the next game and, what we have to do to try and win and, move on to the next round and, try to get into the playoffs, all season long. So, all that is great, the history that we're making, but, I'm not really, worried about that too much. Once the season ends and, we look back on it, that's when probably, me, everybody else will be like, okay, this is what we did. But right now, being in the middle of it, we're just worried about, the next game.
How much do you guys know about Towson?
Well, we know they beat UConn. We know that. But we also know that, they're also, very well coached football team, good football team, playing a good conference, CAA. So, it's no easy task, but, we don't want it easy. We want it the hard way, and, it's what we're looking forward to. So, we're looking forward to the game.
You guys have already had an opportunity to play a couple of CAA teams this year and actually beat them, Villanova and Rhode Island. Does that help you with knowing what kind of style of ball you're going to go up against next week with Towson?
Right. Well, I mean, it helps a little bit, but at the same time, I mean, every team is different. It doesn't matter, what conference you play in. So we just try to look at each individual team and try to, look at their strengths and weaknesses to see what we can take advantage of and try to capitalize on. So I think, competition-wise, we try not to worry about that too much. We just look at the tape and, whatever the tape tells us, that's what we're going to try and do to win the game.
Coach, a little bit of a UConn reunion next week playing Townsend, coaches at least?
Yeah, there's, Coach Ambrose, I followed him into UConn as the offensive coordinator, and Leon Kennard was there. He transferred out of UConn down to Towson, and Coach Free, their running backs coach, and I coached together at Akron. So, like these guys said, they're a tremendously well-coached team. They've been one of the top 10 teams in the country over the last 2 years. I believe he's still the leading rusher in the country, Terrence West, so they do a phenomenal job with him. They do a great job defensively. So it's going to be a challenge, but we're going to do what we do every week, prepare to go 1-0.
Michael, with your abilities and the weapons you have, do you feel like you could move the ball pretty much against anybody?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, our offensive unit is, I think we've shown it and we've proved it that we're one of the best offensive units in the country. We're not going to fear any defense we face, especially Towson. I think we just have to go in, watch the tape. We have tremendous confidence in Coach Moorhead and the rest of the offensive staff to get us in a good game plan. And, ultimately we're going to go down there, we're going to do what we do. And, as long as we execute to our level, I don't think we'll be able to stop us.
Anything else? Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.